Bug fix patch, bug fix patch, bug fix patch. That's what we're talking about today. We're talking about a new bug fix patch that just dropped, and I want to get into it. I haven't even read these yet, so it'll be interesting to see what we got here. I got a little worried at first because I was like, oh no, is this a new like balance patch they just released at 3 a.m. my time? Because I had a video scheduled to come out today that was going to go into the demon changes that we saw in the most recent balance patch. And I was like, oh, is that not relevant now? But it still is, and it'll come out tomorrow. So let's get into this. Gameplay. Survivors are no longer stuck after being revived from the bleeding out state. Fantastic. I didn't see this too often, but I'm all for all bug fixes, so that's great. Number 2, demon no longer receives infernal energy during possession for shooting out a bleeding survivor. Yes! Finally! You turd demon mains out there who kept doing that. I'm so glad that got fixed. There's a lot of you demon mains out there who are good and honorable people who never did this, I'm sure. And you people are the ones who make this game great. But I'm so glad that is gone because that felt like the dirtiest exploit in this entire game. And I'm glad it's completely gone. I was worried that they were just going to make it to where they just made it so you don't get infernal energy out of shooting souls. But the fact that you don't get any even on down bodies is amazing. Thank you. Survivors no longer stay in bleeding out state if healed after completing the page or dagger has been collected. I've seen this a few times. I've had it happen once to me. It's super annoying. So I'm glad that got fixed. Survivors will no longer be in a ragdoll state if a possessed survivor shoots at them in bleeding out state right before they die. I never had this bug happen to me. I had seen it a couple times. It's actually kind of funny. They basically would run around like they were Woody from Toy Story and all their limbs would be flopping around. It was one of the funnier bugs. And as far as I'm aware, you could still like completely play just fine. It just made you look goofy. I'll miss that bug, but hey, another bug fix is great. Balance bar damage for the rare blue hunting rifle has been corrected. Good. Get that out of there. We don't need more exploits for survivors to abuse either. That doesn't really affect me, which is great because I never use the rare blue hunting rifle. And in fact, on occasion, if I found one, I'd pick it up and then go hide it. So I'm glad that's gone. But it didn't affect me too much anyway, because I never did that. Infernal energy is no longer regenerated on dark ones when both demon and survivors were nearby before objectives have been completed. Infernal energy no longer regenerated on dark ones. What? What does this even mean? When both demon and survivors were nearby before objectives have been completed. That's interesting. I'd have to hear from some demon mains exactly what that. Hey, comment below what this means for you, because I don't know what this looks like from the demon perspective. Infernal energy is no longer regenerated on dark ones. It seems like it's kind of a nerf, to be honest. If this was not intended, but you'll have to let me know how much that actually impacts you. I haven't noticed it, but maybe I will now. Mini Ashes Demon Trap now takes the correct number of items from your inventory. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What does that mean? How many items is it supposed to take? Did it take too little? Did it take too much? That'll be interesting. If the funny thing is, if that gets buffed to where they now take more items from your inventory, now everybody's going to drop their stuff as soon as they see Mini Ashes. So we'll see what happens with that. We apply to fix. If a weapon is picked up by another survivor outside render range, you will not still see it on the ground. Weird. I've never seen that. But hey, another bug fix. Great. Stability. Fix title crashing right before the result screen in 4 versus AI mode. Anything that has to do with stability, I'm all for. Survivor. Ed Getley's active skill now deactivates traps immediately after they are illuminated by a flashlight. Ooh, that's a nice buff. I've noticed that sometimes where he'll like pan over with his flashlight on what is clearly a trap sitting right in front of you, like an active trap, and it doesn't do anything. So now it will actually deactivate that. So that's huge. Ed Getley's active skill can now disarm a trap at a supply crate if it was not previously placed by the demon. It did that anyway on occasion, but it was super like iffy. It would sometimes do it, sometimes I've literally seen it deactivate a trap that was on a chest, but it seemed to only do it like sometimes, like very rarely. So now it will definitely do it, which is great. So that's funny. It's basically like, I mean, I know that they're bug fixes ultimately, but it's basically like two things that buff his already crazy good skill. So that's fantastic. Kadarian Demon fixed an issue where infernal energy orbs were not respawning if Demon had infernal revenue skill obtained. Excellent. Very good. Miscellaneous. Fix shortcut icon showing as the anti-cheat icon. Hey, all right. I was getting freaked out by that. That was really freaking me out. Hey, these are some great patch notes here. Great job, DeSaber. Really proud of you. There's still a lot more that needs to be fixed, but I am so excited that gaining infernal energy for shooting a down survivor is gone. I know that's going to rustle a lot of jimmies. I know that's going to upset a lot of people that like that's been fixed and Kelly hasn't. But I'm glad that that got fixed, and I'm glad that the balance bar damage for the blue hunting rifle is also gone. So awesome. Great patch notes. I'm excited about this. There's still a lot more work that needs to be done, but a couple of things that were very pressing got fixed, and I'm happy about that. So great job, Saber. You did a great job on the patch notes. Hey, let me know what you think in the comments, as always, and if you made it this far in the video, please subscribe, and I will see you in the comments, and I'll be reading and responding to a lot of you guys. So keep dropping your comments down below, and thanks for watching, as always.